I don't know if you dream of becoming a published author or not, but a lot of people struggle to even publish one book. Yet somehow there are other people who write hundreds of books. In the book, The Writing Secrets of the World's Most Prolific Authors, Sean McLachlan explores the habits, the techniques, and some of the philosophies of the most prolific writers around. And it demonstrates how quality and quantity can coexist. Now, the word prolific deserves a little thought. What is prolific? Cranking out a lot of books, right? Uh, Ideally, also selling a lot of books. So I found Writing Secrets of the World's Most Prolific Authors very interesting because it kind of answered the question for me. How can some people crank out so many books and quality books that actually sell? And in this book, it kind of identifies three habits of prolific writers. They have a strong work ethic. They don't worry about writer's block. They just write. Uh, Barbara Cartland, for example, wrote thousands of words a day. She had a very strict schedule. Another takeaway from the book is prolific writers produce only one draft. They're very efficient in the way they draft, and they minimize the amount of time they spent revising. Some do very limited second drafts, but rarely do they over edit their work. Now, some publishers, of course, will require multiple edits, but many of the authors that he writes about in this book clearly have kind of mastered the technique of being very efficient in drafting a book. He also notes that many of the authors that he profiled write shorter books, and that allows them to have more output. In some genres, uh, favor shorter books like westerns and romances and children's books. And so by writing shorter books, that allows some authors to publish more frequently. They write in diverse genres. Authors like Cartland diversified their writing style, her writing style, and she said it avoided burnout. They learn time-saving techniques. Again, Cartland used dictation, and that sped up her output. She could crank out 8,000 words in 2 hours. Amazing, right? And sometimes their storytelling is fairly simplistic. They avoid, all the flowery language, and they focus on clear and engaging prose. He also offers practical advice for writers. Set realistic goals, even like saying, I'm going to write one page a day. If you do that consistently, you end up with a full book by the end of a year. And noting that consistency is really what's important. Avoid over editing, as I just said. And McLachlan says, publishing regularly new works will keep sales of past books strong because it keeps your name in front of readers. The book is called Writing Secrets of the World's Most Prolific Authors by Sean McLachlan. It was published in 2018. It's a self-published book. Someone recommended it to me, not terribly long. But if you're interested in becoming a writer or you are a writer, you'll find some of the stories to be very interesting. It's a good motivational read for anyone struggling with writing and getting published. But as always, the success of one person isn't necessarily a formula for all. Do you have any experiences of writing? How do you write? I've written a couple of books already. In fact, I'm in the research phase of a third one right now. And I'd be interested in advice that you have for me and for others as to how to be a successful and sometimes prolific author. Leave a comment below. I'd love to read what you have to say.